Verse 43, we start off here and it says this. Jesus decided to leave for Galilee. Now, Galilee is where Jesus grew up, okay? And so it says this, finding Philip, he said to him, follow me. Now, you have to understand, Philip had had previous exposure to Jesus. He had seen Jesus do miracles probably and seen him taught in public situations. And now Jesus has built a relationship of some sort with Philip. And now Jesus invites Philip, Philip, follow me. Believe in me. Love me, have a relationship with me, to which Philip says, absolutely. I've seen enough of this guy, and if he asks me, I'm going to say yes. And so Philip starts following Jesus, verse 44. And then it says this, Philip, like Andrew and Peter, right, fishing brothers, owned probably a fishing company, Andrew and Peter. Philip, like Andrew and Peter, was from the town of Bethsaida, okay? So Philip, Andrew, and Peter all had relationships probably. Verse 45. This is where the interesting part of the story kind of comes in. It says this, Philip found Nathanael. Now, Nathanael's probably a friend of Philip's. Probably they had a past relationship. Might even be that Nathanael was from Bethsaida as well. We don't know. But the fact is Philip, after starting to follow Jesus, went and found Nathanael. Now, Jesus had started asking people like Philip to follow him, but now Philip has started following, and he goes and gets his buddy to start following because he's so excited to follow Jesus. And so he finds Philip finds Nathanael, and look at what he says to Nathanael. He says this, we have found the one that Moses wrote about in the law. Now you have to understand, they had been waiting for a Messiah for hundreds and hundreds of years, right? And so much so, there had been 400 years of silence between the Old Testament and the New Testament. They had been waiting for this Messiah. Messiah is the anointed one. He is the one that would be a priest king. He would take care of their physical needs, i.e. overthrow Rome and set up his throne. And then secondly, he would take care of their spiritual needs as well, the inside and the outside. He would be the ultimate leader. And they had been waiting for this Messiah for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years. And so much so that many of the Jews had said, wow, he's just not going to come. So let's just stop even waiting. And so it was kind of a big, huge deal. And so now this buddy, Philip, is coming up to Nathanael and saying, we found the guy. We found the Messiah. And he goes on and he says this, and about whom the prophets wrote also. So it's like, hey, listen, not only is it about whom Moses wrote about, not only is it the one that he said would be the promised seed from Genesis 3:15, it's not only that he's the one that would be your priest, it's not only one that the Day of Atonement was written about, but hey, even the one that the prophets talked about. Like, hey, our iniquity would be upon him. And that he would be born in Bethlehem, and that he would be born of a virgin, all this. We found the guy that fulfills all this. And so you have to understand here that, that this is a big, huge claim. And so Nathanael was kind of like, right, you found the Messiah, sure, whatever. I mean, our grandfather and great-grandfather and generations before us and all these clans of Israel have been waiting for this guy. And there's been the priesthood, and there's been Rome, and there's been the ceremonial law, and all these things in the Old Testament, and all these people looking forward to it. And you're telling me he's like, here? Seriously?